Hello everyone, welcome back to Python programming series. In this video, I am solving the model question paper of Python programming. 7th question, which means module 4. Explain the use of random and time modules in Python. Random and time modules, we have to explain the use of those two. Develop a program that simulates a simple stopwatch that records random time intervals and calculates the average elapsed time. This is a program. Let us understand the use of random module. Why we use this? It generates the random integers, floats and selections. Use it in simulators, games and testing. The random module. You can observe in many of the programs codes we use random modules. Clear? Time module. Why we use the time module here? We have used the time, the random. Why we use time? Work with system time. It works with the system time. That's why we use time module and use it for delays. What is the delay to calculate that? And timers, stopwatch functions. We use time module in these things. Clear? They have asked for the program that is simple stopwatch simulation using random intervals. I am importing random and time modules. Total is equal to 0 initially. Count is equal to 5. Here the total is equal to 0. Why? Because initialize the total variable to show the sum of intervals. After that, count is equal to 5. Here it sets the number of iterations for the loop to 5. Clear? For I in range, count. It starts a loop that will run 5 times. After that, interval is equal to random dot uniform, that is 1 3, generates the random floating point number between 1 to 3 and assigns to the interval. Clear? Time dot sleep interval, which means pauses the program execution for the duration of the generated interval. I am using sleep function. Total plus equal to interval, which means adds the current interval to the running total. Print elapsed interval. Here prints the value of the elapsed interval for the current iteration. After that, average is equal to total divided by count. It calculates the average time by dividing the total by count. It will print the average time. That is, the average is calculated and printed here. Clear? And the next question is, explain the concept of namespaces in Python. Develop a program to illustrate how variable lookup follows the LEGB, that is local, enclosing, global and built-in rule. We have to explain the namespaces in Python in starting. Namespaces is a place where the names, that is variables, functions and objects are stored. Python uses the different namespaces for the different parts of the program, that is variable, function, objects or anything. It uses the different parts of the program, different namespaces. Here the variable lookup follows the LEGB rule, that is local, enclosing, global and built-in rule. Python searches for a variable in the exact order, that is LEGB. Here the local is present inside the current function and enclosing is present inside the outer function. Global means at the top level of the file. You can observe here. This is the global, and built-in means predefined names like print and length. Here you can observe the built-in methods. Here is a program to illustrate the LEGB lookup. Here if you observe, it is global. Define outer. Inside the outer function you can observe enclosing. X is equal to enclosing. Define inner. Inside the inner you can observe local, that is local. Print x inner and print x. It will print all the global, enclosing and local. After that, the inner function prints the local and outer function prints the enclosing. Here the main program prints the global. Clear with it? And the next question is differentiate between the class attribute and instance attribute with a suitable program segment. Here class attribute, instant attribute, this is asked for just 4 marks. Here class attribute means it belongs to entire class. Instance attribute means it belongs to specific object present in a class. Clear? After that, the class attribute value same for all the objects, which means for all entire class. Instant attribute means it is different for each object. The value is different for each object. Class attribute means the class body. It is defined inside the class body. Instance means it is defined inside the object. Clear? Here one shared copy. It's stored in a one shared copy. It is stored in a separate copy per object. After that, in the class attribute, change effect changes for all the subject. If I change anything, it changes for all the object present in a class. If I made any changes, that only affect the particular object. Clear? And the next question, develop a Python script to create a module utilities, utilities.py with functions for square, cube and factorial of a number. Import it in another file using 3 import variants. Demonstrate the usage of each of the imported function. Here we have to develop a Python script to create a module utilities.py with the function that is square, cube and factorial of a number. Let us see utilities.py, the name of the Python file where the functions are defined. Square, cube and factorial functions are the comments to describe the purpose of the file. That is square of n, cube of n and factorial of n. After that, define square n. Here, it will return the square of n. Define cube n, which means n into n again into n. This is a cube of n. And define factorial n, which means it starts defining a function that is factorial that takes one argument n. After that, f is equal to 1. Here it initializes the variable f to 1, which will store the factorial value. After that, for I in range 1, n plus 1. Here it starts looping that iterates from 1. It iterates from 1 up to n plus 1. Clear? Including n, not n plus 1. 1 is included, n plus 1 is excluded. Clear? F into is equal to I. Here it multiplies f by current loop. Clear? Variable I in each iteration. After that, return f, which means returns the final calculated factorial value. We have taken here import. After that, from utilities import star, which means here module import. After that, specific import and wildcard import I have used. Module import means importing the entire module using import utilities. After that, here specific import, which means importing a specific function using from utilities import. I am using square, cube and factorial. After that, wildcard import, which means importing all functions using from utilities import star. I'll explain only one out of this, that is import utilities. Import utilities means importing the entire utilities module. Here utilities dot square of 5, which means it calls the square function from the utilities module with the argument 5. After that, utilities dot cube of 3. It calls the cube function from the utilities module with the argument 3. Again the same for utilities dot factorial 4. It calls the factorial function from the utilities module with the argument 4. Clear? Same for these two also. Let us move to the next question. Develop a custom module having function with which calculates the factorial of a number. Import this custom module to a program to calculate binomial coefficient. Here we have to develop a custom module which has the function. We have to calculate the factorial of a number, and we have to import this module, this custom module, to program to calculate the binomial coefficient. Let us see. We have calculated the factorial of a number in the previous example. Here we are using the custom module factorial.py contains one function to calculate the factorial. We have seen this example in previous question. Define factorial of n, f is equal to 1 for I in range 1 to n plus 1. 1 to n. 1 is included, n plus 1 is excluded. F into is equal to I, written f. Here it will calculate the factorial. We have to import this custom module and write a program to calculate the binomial coefficient. Let us understand this. Main program using this module to compute the binomial coefficient. The binomial coefficient is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. I think you all know this formula in the mathematics very well. Let us understand input factorial. N is equal to 5 and r is equal to 2, which means initialize the variable n and r with the value 5 and 2. After that, number is equal to factorial dot factorial of n, which means calculates the factorial of n and stores in the variable number. Denominator is equal to factorial dot factorial of r into factorial dot factorial of n minus r. This is we have to calculate because it is there in the formula. Here it will calculate the factorial of r and multiply it by the factorial of n minus r and stores in the variable denominator. Result is equal to number divided by denominator, which performs the integer division of number divided by denominator to find the final result. Clear? After that, the result is printed later. It will show this program shows using a custom module to compute the binomial coefficient. For this example, the output will be 10. Why? Because 5 factorial, n factorial means 5 factorial divided by r factorial, which means 2 factorial into n minus r. 5 minus 2 factorial, 3 factorial. I will get 10. Clear? And the next question is explain the difference between is and equal to operator using immutable objects. Here equal to, double equal to operator is operator. How it will work? What is the difference between these two? Let us understand one by one. This is asked for 4 marks. Here double equal to operator checks if values are equal. I am checking two values, 10 is equal to 10. Whether the two values are equal. In this case, I will use double equal to operator. When will I use is operator? Check if memory location is same. I am checking the memory location. Then I have to use is operator. Here, it compares the data, which means the values it will compare. It compares the identity. Is operator compares the identity. And it may be equal in value. For example, 10 is equal to 10. It is equal in value. Here may or may not be same object. If I am using is operator, it may or may not be same object. I have taken this example only, right? 10 is equal to 10. It is true. Here A is B depends on memory reuse. Clear? It may equal or it may not be equal. Here, when you want value comparison like this, you have to use equal to operator, double equal to. When you want identity comparison like A is B, B is C, in that case you can use is operator.